Hello friends, and welcome to The Hanged Man in the Moon. I'm about to do something that I don't think I've ever done before. And this is going to be a really roughshod video, just to let you know. But maybe you already saw from the thumbnail and the title to this video, but I'm doing a haul. I've got a whole bunch of stuff. Why am I doing a haul? What have I got? Well, probably you already know this, but Book Depository has closed its online doors. And so before that last chance to get free shipping ended, I ordered all of those mass market things that I kept telling myself that, you know, I can get it someday. There's plenty of time. I'm no rush on ordering this one or that one. I'll just put it on my wish list or in my cart. And so because this was the last opportunity, I ordered a whole bunch of those things. So what am I going to do? I'm going to turn the camera down. And between now and then, I'm going to not unbox, but open up the boxes to a place that we can look at these together. Briefly, because there's a lot of stuff here. And I don't really remember exactly what it is. There are books here, there are decks here, and there's one here that I already know. This is not from Book Depository. This is the Hayworth Tarot, which I finally decided to break down and order, and it came on the same day. So maybe I'll give you a peek at this one, and we're really focusing on the mass market books and decks that I ordered. So friends, if you're interested, you're curious as I am, stay tuned and we'll take a look at these together. Here we go. Friends, let me give you the game plan for this. As I told you, I ordered a whole bunch of stuff from Book Depository. And frankly, I don't think all of the things I ordered have arrived yet. But I do think that one of the decks in this stash is one of the ones that I'm going to want to use for the next lunar cycle. So I wanted to get this video done now so I can start getting ready for that new cycle. I've split the pile up, I think, into books and decks, so I'll do books first, I think. Like I said, I haven't looked inside of the boxes, I've just opened them up. And I've just felt the outside to see if it felt like a book or it felt like a deck. So I may be wrong, but I'll first show what I think are going to be the books, and then I'll show you what I think will be the decks, and then I will show you the Hayworth Tarot. Now, if you want me to do a walkthrough of any of these decks, just let me know. Write in the comments below, please do a walkthrough of such and such a deck, or don't ask for a walkthrough of a book. I don't think I'll be able to get to reading those books. I've got a whole line of books that I'm going through right now, and yeah. So if you ask for a book walkthrough, it'll take a long time. But if you want to look at one of these mass market decks, or the Hayworth deck in detail, just let me know in the comments below. So friends, like I said, we're going to start with the books. At least I think these are the books. And I'm opening the first one now. This is, yes, The Ultimate Guide to Tarot Spreads. I've been wanting this for a while. There's another book that I really enjoy looking at and using, which was 365 Days of Tarot, which is a wonderful tool. And I think it helped me develop my ability to both make spreads and read in different configurations and for different purposes. And that book I highly recommend, but I was also curious about this one. I know that Liz Dean is a very good author, and so yes, this is the first book out of the stack. And yes, I think this is going to be great. The next book out of the stack is what? Yes, The Ultimate Guide to the Thoth Tarot. Now this is going to be good because I think I'm planning on doing an in-depth year with Thoth, beginning maybe around my birthday or near after that, which would be in summer, maybe at the tail end of summer, maybe the beginning of fall, somewhere around there. I'm going to dive into the Thoth full force I've dabbled in it, I've studied it actually, but I've never really done a real purposeful, practice with Thoth. I've dabbled in it. Now I'm ready to do a deep dive into that system. And yes, I call it a system. Yes, okay, so this will be very helpful for that. The next book coming out of the gate is, yes, Ethony Dawn's Your Tarot Court. I've heard about this book several times. I believe Lisa at Supportive Tarot, Lisa Papez, was the first one that I heard about this book from, and she recommended it, and I've wanted to get it for a long time. Frankly, since the time I heard about it and now, in that time period, I've gotten a lot more comfortable with reading court cards. And I've developed my own way of understanding them, but she says this book is great, and I trust her, and so I'm looking forward to reading this book as well. So we've got 3 books. Let's see if the next one is also going to be a book. Yes, it is, and what is it? It is, yes, something else I've wanted to dive into more deeply. Blending astrology, numerology, and the tarot. Now, frankly, the image on this cover is not so great. This is by Doris Chase Doane. And I'm not sure if she uses the English system or the continental system of associating astrology and the tarot. Maybe I'll be able to tell you quickly by... The Golden Dawn has its system, which is an English system of associating the tarot and astrology to the tarot. And there's an older system, the continental system, and it looks like, oh, good. So yes, I thought so. I should have known. Doris Chase Doane, she's the one who wrote the book that I used the most when I was working with, the Egyptian Tarot by C.C. Zane. So Doris Chase Doane, her associations are going to be with, oh my gosh, now, maybe I didn't need to purchase this book. This looks like it's exactly the same book as the other. Okay, so I've already got this book, it turns out. I've got this book under a different title. But I'm still glad to have this. So, yes, good book, good reference. Next book out of the gate is, yes, the new Tarot Handbook by Rachel Pollack, our dear, dear Rachel Pollack. I've wanted to get her library of books, and so I ordered a few of them through, and I'm suddenly sad, yes, through Book Depository this time. Master the Meanings of the Cards, the new Tarot Handbook. This one was published when? This one was published in 2021. Well, the first edition was published in 2021, and this apparently is the first edition. So, yes, fairly recently written and edited book, and I'm so glad I've got a copy of this. I love this. Okay, so the next book is, and it looks like this is the last book. What is this? Yes, a book that I've been thinking I need, and I haven't bought, but now I have it. The Ultimate Guide to Tarot by Liz Dean. Yeah, so here we have full color pictures of the Smith-Waite deck and breaking down the symbology, the ways to reading with the devil. Let's see, what do we have for each bit? We have understanding the devil, so understanding the card. We've got alternative names, the number, numerology link, element, Hebrew letter, devils, astrology, devil and Kabbalah, reversed meanings, upright meanings, spread around the devil card. I wonder if all the spreads around the cards are, nope, they're different. Good, that's great. Historical devil, the hanged man, that's me. So we've got a lot of information for each of the major arcana cards. And what about, oh good. So in the minor arcana, we don't have spreads, but we do have elemental, astrological association, Moon and Taurus. So yes, this is from the English tradition of associations. So yeah, this will be a very good book. And again, one that I've been wanting for a long time, and I finally broke down and bought it. There are a few more books that are on their way, just to let you know. So those were the books. Now let's look at the decks. I've really forgotten what all I ordered. The first deck is, yes, the Millennium Thoth. Won't need this for a couple of months, but I'm glad I've got it. I won't crack open the book, it's the deck itself, unless you want a walkthrough. If you want a walkthrough, let me know in the comments below. But this is a redrawing produced by Lo Scarabeo. It probably has a bunch of languages in the book, but I've got other books for reference. So I'm happy to have this very modern redrawing of the Thoth images, originally done by Lady Frida Harris. Yes? So, first deck. Let's see, the next deck is a big one, a chunky one. What do we have here? Oh yeah, right. The Zerner-Farber. This is a deck that I've been saying I gotta have. I almost bought this a few times, even on eBay. I thought, do I want one of the older editions? And I finally thought, no, I'll just get the new one. And so here's the new one of the Zerner-Farber. Love this collage work. It's a beautifully done deck. A lot of texture in the cards, and I'm really looking forward to working with this. Feels like there's a really chunky guidebook in there as well, which is wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. The Zerner-Farber Tarot guidebook and card set. Yes. Okay. Good. So, what is the next deck? The next deck. Oh, I forgot to open this one. Sorry. Just a second. Here we go. Yes, the new Palladini. The new Palladini. This is by the same person who created the Aquarian Tarot, right? But this deck has people whose skin tones well, you know the Aquarian Tarot. The skin tones in the Aquarian Tarot are not skin tones, they're just white, right? Not white humans, just like this color white. So we've got a lot more tone and color in this deck, and some people say that they look sick. They don't look sick to me, just saying. So I'm really happy to have this deck, and I'll enjoy trying to use this deck with the Aquarian Tarot sometime. I think that'll be fun. So there's that deck. What is the next one? Let's see. Here we go with, yes, I wanted this one for a while too. The Squid Cake Tarot. The Squid Cake Tarot is a Marseille deck, but a cute Marseille. Now, do you know the Marshmallow Tarot? Yeah, the Marshmallow Tarot is a modern redrawing of the Tarot de Marseille system, and it's got images that are softer than the more traditional images. The faces are softer, the line work is clear, and also a little bit, it's not exactly cartoon style, but it's moving in that direction. I wanted this deck because this is the most, I want to say, innocent and childlike looking version of the deck. There's also another deck that I really, really love called the Tarot Serene, which is all with aquatic people and creatures in the Marseille style. But this one I've wanted because this is, again, like a soft, innocent, childlike version of the tarot with very soft colors. Yeah, we've got these pinks, we've got a soft blues, soft greens. So this will be a good deck to use, maybe even for children, who knows. But yes, I've wanted this deck for a while. What is next? Next on the assembly line is, yes, this one, Tarot of a Moon Garden. Now, I tried, frankly, to get the one without the borders, the new borderless edition, but I wasn't able to get that from Book Depository. They were all sold out. And frankly, I wanted this one anyways. So I've got the edition with the borders here. You can see there's the card with the borders, the Fool. And maybe later I'll invest the money to get the borderless edition, which has bigger images and will be easier to see the artwork. But actually, I was very happy to have the, I don't know if this is actually a first edition. Let's see, made in Italy. I don't see a date on the box. But at least it's not the newest edition. I don't see any information. Follow the moonlit path to an enchanted garden where myth and magic illuminate the mysteries of Tarot. Let the lunar energy of the moon garden inspire you as you explore the places your imagination will lead you. Julie at Peekaboo Rose, I bought this because of you. Julie made me do it. I'm just saying. So, this is a deck I've been wanting as well. Now, the last deck from Book Depository is, yes, and it is a deck. It is, yes, one of the ones I'm thinking of using for the next lunar cycle. This is the Golden Tarot of the Renaissance, which, now wait a second, is this one of the ones? No, this is not one of the ones. Okay, so the one of the ones that I was hoping would be here is not here. This is a deck that was drawn by Giordano Berti, a very excellent artist of antique Italian and French decks, I believe, but primarily antique Italian decks and their restoration. So he does brilliant, brilliant work. And I've got a couple of his indie decks, and this is one of his, I don't know how many mass market decks he has, but this is one of his mass market decks with a lot of gilt, a lot of bling on the cards. But yeah, so this will be a lot of fun to explore. I mean, look at that. Look at that image. That has got to be the... Okay, so not knowing whether this is the Emperor or the King of Discs. I want to say it's the Emperor, but I'm not entirely sure. Do you know? Let me know in the comments below. I haven't opened up this deck yet. And this, I assume, is going to be the Lover card, but we've got 1, 2, 3 pairs of lovers right there, right? And the Cupids are all real busy with their little winkies. This is going to be a great deck to work with. Okay, so that is the haul from Book Depository as it stands. And that one deck that I was hoping I would get has not arrived yet. It's one of the redrawings of the Worth Tarot. Yeah, Oswald Worth's Tarot. But with, I believe, Pappus's minors, I think. So that's a deck that I'm anticipating using in the next lunar cycle. If it comes next week, I'll be able to use it. If it doesn't come next week, today is Sunday, by the way, then I have other decks. I have 2 decks that I can use in its stead. So those are them. Now, this is the Haworth Tarot. The Haworth Tarot is an independently published deck, and you can, I'll put a link in the description box below so that you can go check it out on your own. The books and the decks that I have, what I will do is I will put the titles in the description box, but they're all available on Amazon, so I won't give separate links to those. You can go find them yourself. Yeah, I'll give a link for this one. Now, the Haworth Tarot can be disturbing for some people, so heads up, just saying. I'm not going to do a complete walkthrough of this deck, but I'm just going to give you a little taste and maybe show you 1 or 2 of the reasons why I wanted to get this deck. Yeah? It came with this lovely deck bag. What do we call them? Tarot bag. A tarot bag. It came with this lovely bag with the moon in the eye. It's a velveteen bag. I love that. The inside is not lined, but it feels sturdy. Satin strings. Very nice. And it's a little tight getting in and out of the bag. So, okay, so this is what the backs look like. Yeah? So this is I think this is a new edition of the Haworth. I told you this is going to be a disturbing looking deck. If you turn away if you're not prepared. But yes, this is the Fool, right? Not the happiest, luckiest looking Fool in the world, right? So this is a deck for those times you want a little bit of disruption in your readings, I believe. It's a lovely deck. Full, but also full of angst and maybe a little bit of nightmare and a little bit of pain. But those are aspects of our lives as well. And I don't do independent shadow work. Just saying. I don't pull out a deck and say, I'm going to do shadow work. But shadow work appears in the readings when it's time for it to appear, I believe. And yet, this deck will have a lot of shadow revealing itself in this here, right now. So again, I'm not going to do a flip through of the deck. Let me show you. Yes, this is one of the reasons why I wanted this deck. I love this Hierophant card deck. Hierophant card. The Hierophant's face is full of little skulls. I don't know if you can see that. Let me try holding it up a little closer to the camera. Let's see if it will, if I don't see what you see. So maybe you see this, maybe you don't. But yeah, this Hierophant card is actually one of the reasons I wanted this deck. Let me see if I can show you one of the others. Let's see, it's farther down. I love this Strength card. Yeah, that pulling apart of self, right? This Justice card is wonderful. It reminds me of the Ring, although it's not the Ring. Yeah, the Death card. This card is just brilliant, I think. And you think, why is it brilliant? Because it's that white, it's the void, but it's not a black void, right? It's full of light. It's full of, what do we want to call that? It's full of potential. Yeah? Let's see. Okay, so let me. It's in the Swords suit, the one that I want to show you, that I'm really interested in, and I'm interested in all of them, frankly. But here it is. Yes, it's this Two of Swords card. Is one of the main reasons I really wanted this deck. And you might be thinking to yourself, what the hell is wrong with him? But I love this Two of Swords image. I love the swords going through her eyes. Not that I want swords to be going through people's eyes, but the blind, not having a band around our eyes that is easily removed, but having our thoughts actually be the thing that is making us unable to see. Does that make sense? Yeah? These swords are our thoughts. And those thoughts that are unbalanced and harmonic are the things that are preventing our ability to see clearly. And that's the reason I like this card so much. Let's see, I think the Eight of Swords, no, it wasn't the Eight of Swords. There are other cards in this deck that I love. I mean, I wanted the whole deck, but there are other cards in this deck that I thought, yes, I've got to get this deck because of these cards, and a couple of them were, like I said, that Hierophant card and that Two of Swords card, and there are more. I like this Fool as well. So there's no guidebook that comes with this deck. There's no box. It's just this nice bag and this wonderful deck. So this is not a deck for beginners. This is not a deck for somebody who doesn't know doesn't know their cards or isn't comfortable with using cards in a diversity of ways. At least I don't think so. You can read the deck intuitively, certainly. But, for example, this is the Emperor card. There's no Emperor there, right? But this is perhaps the aftermath of the control of the a very negative, a very dark, dictatorial emperor might leave this kind of scene in his, her, or their wake, right? So, yes, this is the Hayworth Tarot. If you want a walkthrough of this or any of the decks that I just showed, let me know in the comments below. This is, look at that, King of Pentacles. Just a brilliantly drawn card. The artwork is disturbing, yes, but also intense and soft at the same time. Yeah, there's a softness to the colors, whereas the image is very intense. Does that make sense? So again, if you want walkthroughs, let me know in the comments below. And friends, if you want a reading from me, my email address is below, thehangedmaninthemoon@gmail.com. Send me an email, we'll get you a reading. Hit the thumbs up button if you haven't already. It helps the channel. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and be sure to hit the alarm bell so you get notifications of when I upload videos. I usually do 3 a week. This is the 4th one for this week. If we think Sunday ends a week rather than begins the next. Yeah, so here we are. And friends, thank you for coming along this journey and with me, and thank you for sharing my excitement of looking at the haul that I got from Book Depository and this beautiful deck from, I forgot the name of the creator. I'll put it in the description box below. And friends, now, as always, I wish you love, joy, well-being, and pure awareness. Thank you.